Hundreds have been killed and thousands have been wounded in Sudan as conflict between the country's military and paramilitary forces continues. The fighting that has been raging across Sudan for days depicts the political upheaval and battle to control the country, torn between two rival generals.
Sudan, which is embroiled in a violent power struggle.
The fighting between those two military groups.
Abdel Fattah al-Burhan, Sudan's military's leader, is fighting for dominance with Mohammed Hamdan Dagalo.
Meet Sudan's army chief Abdel Fattah al-Burhan and his former deputy Mohammed Hamdan Dagalo, who now commands the paramilitary Rapid Support Forces. Once allies who played a key role in the October 2021 military coup, the two generals are now at the heart of the deadly violence and are accused of dragging the country to the brink of civil war. A high-ranking officer with Sudan's armed forces, 63-year-old al-Burhan, known for his signature green beret and military uniform, rose to prominence in 2019 when he and Dagalo seized power and ousted former Sudanese President Omar al-Bashir in a coup. Soon after, Burhan was sworn in as Sudan's interim leader and was later tasked with leading the country's sovereign council of military and civilian figures to steer the country towards democracy. In the early 2000s, he served as an army commander in Darfur, leading counterinsurgency operations against Darfur rebels. In 2015, he played a pivotal role in the deployment of Sudanese troops in Yemen as part of a Saudi-led coalition against the Houthis, and worked closely with the RSF in the region, boosting his international profile and that of his future coup partner Dagalo. In 2018, he became chief of staff of the Sudanese army, and in October 2021, Burhan and Dagalo jointly orchestrated a military coup, dissolved the transitional government, and arrested civilian leaders, as Burhan installed himself in power with Dagalo as his right-hand man. Dagalo, who's also known as Hemedi, was born in the mid-1970s. With little formal education after dropping out of school in the 3rd grade, Hemedi went from being a camel trader to the leader of the former Popular Defense Forces, also known as Janjaweed Militia, a group accused of war crimes in the Darfur conflict. Eventually, in 2013, Janjaweed was transformed into the more diverse RSF. Under Hemedi's leadership, the RSF was tasked with crushing several rebellions in Sudan. The heavily armed militia was also deployed alongside regular Sudanese forces in the civil war in Yemen in 2015. The group has been accused of other atrocities, particularly as part of a security crackdown after the ouster of Bashir, when the violent dispersal of a Khartoum sit-in in June 2019 killed at least 128 people. The recent tensions stem from a bitter dispute between Burhan and Dagalo over managing the transition to a civil government, the integration of the RSF into the regular army, and who will have ultimate control over the country's fighters and weapons. Talks between the two broke down on April 11th, and RSF troops were deployed across the country and in the capital Khartoum. While RSF says that it deploys across the country as part of its normal duties, the Sudanese army has called their mobilization a clear violation of law, leading to clashes between the two groups. Since fighting began, each side has claimed to have the upper hand and to have taken control of key sites and bases across Sudan, but the picture remains unclear.